Hey guys, Mr. Neese. I'm going to talk to you about U.S. History TEK's 15A. Let me read it to you. 15A says, describe how the economic impact of the Transcontinental Railroad and the Homestead Act contributed to the close of the frontier in the late 19th century. So, we have the railroad that is expanding west, and at this time the railroad is on the East Coast. In 1869, the Transcontinental Railroad will be complete, and that will connect the East Coast to the West Coast. Along with that will come other rail lines moving west, and what that now means for westward expansion is it's easier to move west, hop on a train. So we get a lot more people moving west, and when they move west they can work in areas in agriculture or cattle and produce a lot of wheat or crops and beef, and with those trains they can ship it back east to the large populations on the East Coast. So that meant a tremendous amount of growth by doing that. Certain hubs like Chicago, areas that became hubs for the railroads, also grew quite a bit. And for us in our area, the towns that exist that came into play in the late 1918, early 1920s, late 19 teens, these towns moved to where the railroad ended up being. So nearby town of Hansford moves south and becomes Spearman, Texas. But that is part of what that migration is. It became a big economic boom to be along that railroad line. So the other part is the Homestead Act, 1862. We had a total of, 270 million acres that would be claimed. A lot of this is by Europeans. In Europe, they did not have opportunities to get land. It was really pretty tied up. Wealthier people had most of the land, and if you wanted land, you couldn't get it there. You could work on their land and pay them, but then this opportunity comes up in the United States. Let's move to the United States. We get this free land, and all we have to do is stay on it and make improvements for 5 years, and then it's ours. And that was a big draw. So a significant amount of land was claimed, and a lot of expansion was claimed and moved west because of that. And with those two things, we get a closing of the frontier, because obviously as the railroads come in and the people move in and the Homestead Act, there's less frontier. So hopefully that helps you with 15A.